masters, my dear gods, my dear friends. Welcome to all of you to the today's session, the Holistic Wellness Program, Batch 7, Day 2. So, dear friends, today we are going to start the second day session of our 21 days program. So, as usual, we'll be starting with the Antarmukha Pranayama and then the deep meditation practice, Anapanasati. After that, we'll be sharing the spiritual wisdom. Then after holistic lifestyle, and then home remedies. So this is what the flow of the program, my dear friends, for today. And now, so we are going to start the Antarmukha Pranayama, friends. So before starting the session, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to our beloved Guruji, Brahmarshi Patriji, and our sincere pranams to Grandmaster. Right. I think some sound is coming. Somebody has unmuted. Right. Okay. Sorry, friends. Some disturbance is coming. Yes. It's okay. we'll unlock after the after the meditation. We'll unlock, friends. Okay, right. So, my dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods, welcome to all of you once again to the today's program. We'll be starting with the Antarmukha Pranayama. Okay, the Antarmukha Pranayama, as I explained yesterday. So, the Antarmukha Pranayama is going to deepen the practice of meditation. Whatever Anapanasati meditation is going to give you the great experience after doing Antarmukha Pranayama. Then we practice the so-called Anapanasati regular meditation, my dear friends. So, we'll start with the Antarmukha Pranayama. Then the mudra is Chin Mudra. Okay, keep the Chin Mudra. Just keep this Chin Mudra and keep it in your thighs. Okay, right. You can remove the spectacles if it is. Spectacles are there. Please remove it. So yesterday I explained the procedure for the Antarmukha Pranayama, friends. So whoever newly joined, if at all you are joined newly today, just observe the procedure. The first one step I'll show you. Later on, 3 steps everybody has to continue. Okay. The first step would be, so whenever we start this Antarmukha Pranayama, first we have to lift our eyes and looking at Bhrumadhya. This is called Bhrumadhya. So we'll be looking at like this. This is a Bhava Mudra. A Mahavatar Babaji Mudra, if you observe, we'll be looking at, at Bhrumadhya, especially this Bhrumadhya. We'll be looking the eyes with the upper eyes like this. Okay. Right. After that, what happens is you should not breathe with the nose. Okay. You should never use the normal, the breathing has to be continuous, normal. You should not control any breathing here through nose. Whatever the breathing we'll take from the Nabi, that is from Naval Chakra, that is Manipura Chakra. The breathing has to be taken inside, that is here, especially in the throat. In the throat, the breathing will be taken inside, long breathing, and then leave it. Okay. So it will be like this. You'll be looking at upside. Then when I say start means you should do like this. Right. Turns. So after doing it, then you have to close the eyes for 2 seconds. Observe the natural breathing. Okay. So likewise you should do. So this is the procedure. Okay. This is the procedure. Everybody has to start. Okay. So 3 to 4 times we'll do today. Right. Number 1. Look upwards. Look upwards. If you want, you can take a deep breath also. Like this, look upward. Continue. Yes, continue. You may be getting some plum also, plum out of the throat. So let the plum go out. Okay. Keep doing it. 4, 5, 6 times in one shot. Okay, like that. Keep doing it. Stop. Stop it and then close your eyes for 2 seconds and observe the breath, natural breath. Now, second time, look upwards at your Bhumadhya. This is Agna Chakra. Keep observing it. Your eyes will be upwards. Then start. Keep doing it. How much or longer is possible? So for an individual, please keep doing it. Okay. Okay. And close your eyes and observe the natural breath for 2 seconds. So this wonderful pranayama, it is antarmukha pranayama. It is inner breathing. It's inner pranayama. It's not outer pranayama. We don't regulate any breathing. Whatever we take, which is coming in, Uchvasa and Nisvasa, that is in breathing, out breathing, we are not going to control. We just have a natural breath which is going on in the nose, that is natural. We don't interfere with it. We only we only try to regulate the inner prana shakti. Prana shakti, what we take in, breathing in and breathing out through the throat. That's what we are going to do with this technique, friends. Most of your plum will be melted slowly. This is not one day affair, so keep practicing it. In the daytime, you can practice 30 minutes continuously. After that, you can go for meditation. Wonderful meditation you can do. The deeper practice of meditation will be possible. And also, whatever the phlegm, the inside especially all the lungs and the respiratory system, whatever the phlegm is accumulated, that will be melt. It will be melt and then it will pave the way. It will pave the way for the whatever the breathing you take through nose, that air or especially the breathing, oxygen will reach every cell of your body, physical body. That will pave the way. That will open the paths. All the nerves, everything will be cleansed up. All the respiratory organs, all the especially the oxygen flow, wherever it happens, it takes inside, right? Through the nose. It goes inside the physical body. It has to distribute to all the cells. Okay, that doesn't happen now because of the plum is blocked. The plum is blocking. So that plum will be melted through this antarmukha pranayama. Now, third time. Go for the third time. Look upwards. Look upwards. Take a inner breathing. Keep continuing. Whatever the possible extent, the longer extent, keep continuing, please. Stop and observe the natural breath. Always try to have your dinner at about 8 o'clock, so that at 9 o'clock, whenever you start this Antarmukha Pranayama, the stomach will be more or less digested and empty, which makes the more comfortability with the Antarmukha Pranayama. Friends. Right. So this is how you need to practice. Do more practice in the daytime. Take your both palms, keep on your eyes for 2 seconds. Right. Okay, friends. So now come back to the Anapanasati meditation. The posture of Anapanasati meditation. I repeat for the newcomers, new joinees. So you need to clasp the fingers, and keep on the thighs, right? And sit straight, your back erected, sit straight. You need to take away your spectacles, and especially the legs, both the foot, it must be crossed like this. The foot must be crossed like this, okay, all the time, crossing the legs. So clasping the fingers into fingers. Now remove spectacles, make yourself around yourself darker. It should be not much light is entertained, and no much sound is entertained. Try to have a silent place. Try to join the Zoom from every day from the same place. Wherever you sit and practice this meditation, which is more psychological and comfortable. Now, at last, friends, clasping fingers, crossing legs. At last, close your eyes. Gently close your eyes. Gently, smoothly close your eyes. Finally, cross your fingers, cross your feet. Sit erected, back erected, close your eyes. Now start observing your natural breath. The breath which is going in, the breath which is coming out. The in breathing, out breathing, whatever is going on, naturally happening, naturally flowing. Just observe it. Just witness it. Do not concentrate. Just focus on it. Meditation is nothing but focusing on the natural flow of breath. Meditation is nothing but be a witness for your natural breath, my dear friends. Do not alter the breath. No kumbhaka, no rechaka. Natural breath has to be going in, coming out. Keep observing the breath. Keep observing the breath. Be a grand observer of your own breath. A great witness of your own breath, my dear friends. Do not visualize any God form, no chanting, no mantra, no God forms. Simple, the plain observation of the breath, that's all. This meditation is called Anapanasati meditation. Ana means in breathing, Apana means out breathing, Sati means be with them. Be with your in breathing, out breathing. That's all you need to do. That is our meditation technique, Anapanasati meditation. This found by Gautam Buddha 2500 years ago, which is taught to the whole mankind in order to come out of their own, all the mental inflictions, all the mental issues, mental problems, to make themselves peace and calm, to achieve highest amount of energy, to achieve the great clarity about themselves, in order to realize themselves, in order to understand themselves, this particular tool, so-called meditation, is gifted by our great ancient sages and saints. That's what we are practicing today, my dear friends. Be with your natural breath, which will clarify all your questions, all your doubts, whatever you are facing throughout your life, any situation, any problems, any difficulties, any challenges, any unanswered questions. Everything will be answered through meditation. Your own inner voice, your own inner soul is going to answer all your mundane questions, day-to-day questions, which will keep you in high productive state, which will keep you in high efficient state, which also enable all your memory power, boost your memory power, boost your concentration levels. It will heal all diseases, whatever you are facing, physical, mental diseases, including social diseases. All the things will be healed faster because of your own meditation. Ultimately, eventually, you will understand the purpose of your life, the purpose of your visiting this earth planet. You will understand through this meditation. Be with your own breath, natural breath, my dear friends. The science of meditation, the science of meditation is nothing but the science of maximization of your own inner energy. How do we maximize our own energy levels? That is through meditation. It's very much possible. In meditation, we are conserving all the bodily energy, all the mental energy. At the same time, we are receiving huge amount of cosmic energy through which you are trying to maximize all your inner energy levels. Science of meditation is nothing but science of maximization of your own inner energy. The science of meditation, so-called spiritual science, it is also a shastra. It is also a science. Science is nothing but you can understand, you can measure with values all the time. Meditation also produces the evident results in all the respects in your own life, my dear friends. It brings tremendous changes, the great inner transformation. You will become a divine being. First of all, you need to become a human being. What is human being? Having compassion, love, kindness, supportive, patience, friendship. All these achievable through meditation. A human being can become a divine being through meditation. It's only the way, it's only the marga, Raja Marga, the king's path towards the godlyhoodness, towards the godliness. We're all gods. We're already gods. We did not realize because of our ignorance. Otherwise, we are gods already. All our inside, everyone is a god. No matter who is he, no matter where he is, we are all the soul beings We are all God beings. We are all divine beings. We could not realize, we could not see it due to the tremendous abnormal ignorance what we have. Meditation removes all your ignorance. Meditation brings awareness. Meditation boosts the intelligence within you. Through the awareness, you will achieve the highest altered state of consciousness. You become one with the existence, so-called pure consciousness. You will become one with the existence, one with the pure consciousness. That's what is meditation, the goal of meditation, the eventual goal of meditation. To merge yourself into the pure consciousness, the pure emptiness. Be with your natural breath, my dear friends. Keep focusing on your natural breath. If at all you get any thoughts, cut the thoughts right away. Come back to the observation of the breath. So simple. Our aim is the preliminary aim. We need to make our mind empty. We need to make our mind zero. That's what the immediate task at our hand. The immediate task is given to your mind. Just make your mind, Manomaya Kosha, empty, empty, empty. Go on, empty it. Become zero. Once you become zero, you will become hero. You get all what you want. Whatever you wish, you will achieve it once you become zero. Otherwise, you're nowhere connected to your soul energy. When the mind is working, you can't connect to your soul energy. Soul energy is infinite. Where is soul energy? Soul energy is inside of everyone, inside of every living being. Soul energy is there. That is infinite light, infinite energy, which is not acceptable, which is not accessible due to the limitation of your mind, due to the all the belief system of your mind. The greatest hindrances, greatest obstacles, the great hindrances created by your mind. You can't access your own soul energy. Now in meditation, you are dropping the mind. You are making the mind zero. You are coming out of your mind. The mind is removed. You are directly connected to your own the inner energy, soul consciousness. That is where you will be healed completely. That soul energy is going to empower you, is going to maximize your bodily energy, your mental energy. You get the clarity about yourself. You also get the clarity about all the surroundings of you. You can get the access to the mysteries of universe, mysteries of this creation. You will achieve it. You become God finally. That is through only meditation, my dear friends. Be with your natural breath, friends. Observe the natural breath. minutes. Last 5 minutes meditation. Be with your natural breath. Do not open the eyes till I say. breathe on the exhale mode. Not open the eyes and relax your breath. Last 1 minute, final open. Last 30 seconds, final 30 seconds. Catch your breath. Last 10 seconds, final 10 seconds, my dear friends. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Place both your hands on your eyes for 5 more seconds. Gently touch your eyes with your both palms. Keep your palms on your eyes for another 5 seconds. 5 seconds more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly remove your hands, and then open your eyes slowly. Gently open the eyes. Do not open the eyes suddenly. Slowly open your eyes. Slowly remove your hands. Come back to normal, friends. Come back to normal. Come to the body awareness. Come to the surrounding awareness. So, my dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods. So let's clap ourselves for the wonderful meditation we have done till now, right? All of us, let's clap for ourselves, right? The wonderful deep meditation, Anapanasati meditation, we have practiced till now, my dear friends. So very deep meditation. So day by day, this day, the deepening the meditation, the depth of the meditation will keep increasing, right? If you have any questions, whatever the experiences you get, so you can ask at the end, right? So friends, so today the part of our the spiritual wisdom, will be sharing the spiritual wisdom with you, right? So that spiritual wisdom is Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga. Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga. So most of the, everybody might have heard about Patanjali Maharshi. Patanjali Maharshi has come about 5,000 years ago to the Earth planet, right? He has designed and defined the complete spiritual science in the form of Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga, 8-step yoga. That is 8-step yoga, which has been designed by Patanjali Maharshi, friends. So through which he has introduced the spiritual science, so-called Adhyatmika Gnana, Adhyatmika Shastra, Jivana Shastra, Dhyana Shastra. So this is spiritual science, Dhyana Shastra, life science, Jivana Shastra, Dhyana Shastra, Adhyatmika Shastra. All are one and same, which has been introduced to this entire world. So through the Patanjali 8-step yoga, friends. So this 8-step yoga, first of all, what is yoga? Yoga means the union of your own mind. First of all, the union of your own breath with your own mind. Your mind, that especially your breath, just joining with your mind. So they are not separate now, they are one with each other, right? That is union. Union means, so yoga means union. That is getting one, getting oneness, right? So that's called yoga. Yoga means, do not confuse with yoga, yogasanas, all this. Yogasanas is different. Yoga means is a bigger sense, a bigger perspective, larger perspective. The exact meaning of yoga is equal to union. Union of your breath with your mind. And then your mind with your soul, especially. That means, so your mind is going to disappear, then you merge with your own soul consciousness, with your emptiness. Okay. So that means you are, especially the mind, you are just joining with your soul consciousness. You are just uniting each other. You are uniting each other so that your mind is dropped off. Your mind is dropped to zero. Then you are a pure consciousness. So that is the state. It's a perfect yogic state. That's called perfect yogic state, my dear friends. So to achieve that perfect yogic state, that is pure bliss, pure blissful state, or pure zero state, or pure conscious state. So that is the state of mind everybody has to achieve. That is possible through the 8-step Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga. So my dear masters, my dear friends, the spiritual science is going to answer all our queries. Whatever we are facing day-to-day life, right, mundane life, whatever we go through, whatever we are facing currently, and whatever we are going to face, whatever the karmas we are going to receive, whatever the karmas which are going to act upon us, for all of them, for everything, that will be answered by a spiritual science. Everybody must practice spiritual science. So this spiritual science is defined by Patanjali in the form of 8-step yoga. Okay, friends. So first of all, so what we are the pure consciousness, we are the pure soul consciousness. We depart from the so-called or Purnatma, that is supreme intelligence. The supreme intelligence, from supreme intelligence, we depart, we divide and take the birth on this earth planet, my dear friends. So then we are the individual souls. We are the individual souls on this earth planet. We divide that like the mother gives the birth to the children or the baby, infant. Similarly, the Purnatma, supreme intelligence, it gives the birth to the all the child soul, all the individual souls, or the infant souls. Likewise, we are all born as individual souls from the Purnatma in so-called Satyaloka. In Satyaloka, this particular process will take place. So once we are born out of the Purnatma or Supreme Intelligence as individual souls, we come to the Earth planet, my dear friends. We come to the Earth planet as an individual soul. How do we come? We come through, the soul will come through or the mother womb as a physical body. We come out of the physical womb and then we born as a individual human being. So the soul is living in the human being, my dear friends, human body. We means who? You are a soul consciousness. You are a pure consciousness. You are living in the physical body. Physical body is not yours. You are living in the physical body. You are not the mind, you are not the physical body. Your mind is also not yours. You are living in the, you are using your mind. You are using your physical body. Please remember these 2 points. It means as a individual soul consciousness, a pure soul consciousness, you descend from the higher worlds, from the different lokas to this physical planet or any other planet in the universe, physical universe. In the physical universe, any planet you descend, you born as a individual human body. So your soul consciousness is living within your physical body. And also your mind is also used by your soul consciousness for its day-to-day activities. That's called conscious mind, isn't it? So likewise, so all this, this entire, whatever we try to understand, all these aspects, they're all part of the spiritual science. They're all part of the Dhyana Shastra. They're all the part of Adhyatmika Shastra, Adhyatmika Vignan, right? So friends, so these things are clearly defined by Patanjali Maharshi in order to make us to understand in a clear format. He has given a 8-step approach. He has given the great approach, 8-step approach in order to make you get realized. That means in order to get enlightenment. A individual human being, individual soul, which is born onto the earth planet or any other planet in this universe, ultimately, it is born as an infant soul. It has to rise to the infinity soul, or it has to become a matured soul, or it has to become a enlightened soul. A infant soul to become an enlightened soul, what is the process? What is the approach? Day in, day out, all the time. What kind of approach you need to follow? Isn't it? So we all know the approach, only one approach. We came to the earth planet, we born as a human being, we born as a child, then after that, so in the childhood, the entire childhood will go as a part as a child, you'll be playing and you'll be, so learning a lot of things and all, right? You go to the school, attend the school, then go to college, become a youngster, then adult, then adulthood will come, then old age will come, then you pass away, isn't it? So this is the entire cycle of one particular life, right from the a child to the old age, and then pass away, depart from this world, isn't it? In between, you may be doing some work, you may be doing some other work or some other profession you may be into, but with which you will not be able to gain any kind of a awareness. With this approach, my dear friends, you never become a intelligent person. You will become a ignorant person. You will become a more or less a cruel being, a cruel person. You don't understand. You never obtain a compassion, love, kindness, patience. All this will not be possible. You'll be totally immersed into submerged into the so-called materialistic world with this approach. Probably what you gain part of your life, maybe because of your parents, you may be visiting some temples. You may develop some kind of rituality. No spirituality, rituality. So with which you do some prayer. You always try to give your wish list to the God. You want to achieve all of them. If you don't achieve them, you blame the God, you blame the other person. A non-spiritualistic person is always will be is blaming, he will be playing the blame game, and he comment others, he interfere with other lives, he judge others. Judge ye not. What Jesus Christ said, judge ye not. You should never judge others. You have no right to judge others. No judgment, no comments, no interference, no blaming. That is a pure spiritualistic person. But as a materialistic person, as we don't know about the spirituality, as we don't know about the meditation, we are like a materialistic, ignorant person. So we are a pure ignorant person. So with which, so what will happen, friends? Ultimately, we suffer a lot throughout the life with the great difficulties. We go through all the difficulties, hardships in our own life. We get into a lot of physical illness, mental illness, suffering, financial losses, the great disorder in the life. Many of the difficulties, many of the crisis happens. Then slowly, you get into the sea deeper, the deeper and deeper diseases, the so-called, the aggravated diseases. Then slowly you will be vacating your body and then depart from here. This is what the normal course of life, my dear friends. But change a little, change a little. What you change? Change your thoughts, change your mind, then change your life. Be the change yourself. That's what we say. What spiritual science says? Be a change yourself. You create your own reality. You create your own reality. Nobody else can come and create your own reality, your reality. You are responsible for your reality. The spiritual science also talks about whatever you do, you have to suffer. Whether if you do good, you will get the good results. If you do bad karma, you get the bad results. You need to experience the bad results, of course. So that's why the spirituality, spiritual science, it means it's going to define all these aspects, right? So without understanding all these things, my dear friends, we run through our entire life. Because we run through all the entire life without knowing all these fundamentals, what happens? We suffer a lot. Because without knowing, you may be doing something or other mistakes, and you may not be going in a proper direction. The proper way of leading your life, you do not know how to do the karmas, what kind of karmas need to be done, how to talk, what not to talk, how much to eat, what not to eat, when to become silent, when to do meditation, go into the silence, go into the mental and physical silence. All these things you do not know. All the time you'll be wasting a lot of energy, a lot of gossiping, a lot of blaming, isn't it? You'll be always talking about the third person. You never bother about yourself. You never corrected yourself. How to open your mouth, what to be spoken. Whatever we speak out of your mouth, that is going to define your own personal personality. Whatever you eat into your stomach, through your mouth, it doesn't much matter. But whatever you speak through your mouth, with your own way of thinking, that's going to change your entire personality. It's going to define the personality to the entire world. So be so cautious about what you talk. It means Trikarana Suddhi. That means the way you speak, the way you think, the way you speak, the way you do, your deeds and thinking and speaking, all the words, all this must be refined. It must be purified. This is called Trikarana Suddhi. All these essential things of this so-called our life, my dear friends, they're all defined by spiritual science. It's called Jivana Shastra, life science. So all this must be taught to the every children. Every child these must be taught right from the beginning, right from the age of 7 years, isn't it? So if you do that, what will happen? Your child will grow and become a master. He will be a master. Be a master. He will become a master of whom? Master of himself, master of his own mind, master of his own life. Once he becomes a master of his own life, you don't need to guide anything at all. He can lead his life independently. He don't depend on anybody. He is so brave. He is having highest patience, perseverance, and facing any difficulties, any hardships. He never shake. He never get into any kind of a disappointment or depression. There is no kind of a sadness. He has got an attitude of acceptance. He will be living in the nature of acceptance, all the things, whether it is okay, not okay, whether he got it or not got it, whether he has got money or not got money, whether he has a food today, no food for today. Doesn't matter for him. Everything is okay for him. He enjoy every minute, every second in this on this earth planet. Of his journey of every second, he'll be spending with the greatest amount of so-called blissness. So that is how he lead the life if you become a master. To become a master, what are the things to be done? You have to practice. You have to got to practice only meditation, only the spiritual wisdom, through the spiritual way, through the spiritual science. By understanding the spiritual science, my dear friends, deeper and deeper into spiritual science, you will become master. Then you attain all these qualities of life. So nature of, the so-called the acceptance, forgiveness, forgetfulness, and so-called gratitude, power of gratitude. Everything will achieve, my dear friends. You try to attract the greater things towards you. You always vibrate with the highest amount of, so-called miraculous thinking. You'll be always doing miraculous thinking because you're a master. You became a master. You became enlightened. Through what way? Which way you are enlightened? You have got enlightened through the spirituality, with the help of spiritual wisdom, with the help of so-called meditation. So that's why everybody has to become a master. Everybody has to become enlightened in his own life, this life or next life, or any number of lives, whatever it is. You have to keep coming back if you don't become a master. If you choose to become a master in this current life, my dear friends, you don't need to come back to the earth planet all the time, nevertheless, no? So you don't need to come back again and again. You don't need to. Only when you come to the earth planet after becoming master, after becoming enlightened, you may come sometimes to the earth planet in order to teach others, in order to educate others. Otherwise, you have no purpose to, you have no business to come to the earth planet because you have finished all your lessons on this earth planet. Once you become enlightened master, once you become a master, my dear friends. So, in order to become a master, we need to understand the spiritual science. Today, we are understanding this spiritual science in the process of, through the 8th step of Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga. My dear friends, Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga is defined in the 8-step process. What are the 8 steps? Let's understand each step in an elaborate way, right? So the 8 steps are Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. These are the 8 steps, my dear friends. So now what happens is, in this 8 step, first 2 steps are Eva Nema. Yama, Nema are all the actually principles and regulations and conditionings of life. What are the principles need to be followed? And out of those principles, the strict principles of everybody must follow. Yama and Nema. Friends, so these Yama, Nema, they are very strict principles, very difficult principles. Everybody cannot follow. In the olden days, what happens is we used to send the children to the Gurukuls. So in the Gurukul, what happened? They used to grow right from the age 10 to the age 5th to the age 20. Till fifth year to the 20th year of their age, they were growing in the only Gurukul. They were not with the parents. So in that times, what happened? They used to first make the practice of Yama and Niyama. So that is why this sequence of all the 8 steps are applicable for all the so-called or age old practices, age-old gurukulas. Now what happened in the modern world? In the modern world, there is no question of following, or there is very difficult to follow these Yama and Niyama. What is Yama? Yama, first of all. Yama means, as you know, Satyam, Ahimsam, Brahmacharya, Asteyam, Aparigraham. This is called Yama. These are the basically 5 steps or 5 parts of Yama. It means person has to always speak truth, Satyam. Person has to live with the non-violence, that is called Ahimsa. Brahmacharya, that means the person has to live with the so-called Brahman consciousness. It means he always need to live with the consciousness of soul consciousness. And then Asteyam, non-stealing. That means non-possessing other things, others' properties. So that's also the great quality required, the part of Yama. And Aparigraha, that means you need to be satisfied with what you have. That's also one of the quality. Then comes to Niyama. Niyama means what? Santosha, Saucham, Tapassu, Swadhyaya, Tapaha, Swadhyaya, Sajna Tapaha, Swadhyaya, Isvara Pranidhana. These are the 5 steps part of the Niyama. Friends, you observe in the Niyama also. What are the Niyama? The Niyama, that is Santosha. Santosha. Santosha means what? Always you need to be happy, permanently happy, blissful. You never need to get into the unhappiness, right? So then comes to Saucha. Saucha means cleanliness. Outside cleanliness, inside cleanliness. What is inside cleanliness? Your kshetra. That means what you speak, what you think. Everything must be refined, must be purified. That's how you need to live your life. That's called Saucha. Santosha, Saucha, Tapaha. Tapaha means you need to reduce. What you need to reduce? You need to reduce intake of food, intake of sleep, and intake of anything. Whatever your wantings. Everywhere all the wantings has to be reduced. Tapa. Tapa means mitigate. That's what the character you need to achieve. And then comes to Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means self-analysis, self-study, and also reading right spiritual books. That's called Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya is very much possible only when you become, a master. Without which you can't understand many of the books, many of the spiritual books you can't understand unless you become a master. Anyhow, the finally Iswar Pranidhana. What is Iswar Pranidhana? It means you live close to the Iswara consciousness. Always you live with the Iswara consciousness. That is God's consciousness. So these are the five niyama, part of the five niyamas. Let me ask you one question that all these 10 principles, the yama and niyama, all these are possible in nowadays anybody to achieve just by practicing, just by go on, they trying to practice, it is not possible. That is why if I put yama and niyama as a part, first two parts, first two steps of so-called Patanjali defined, what will happen, my dear friends? By looking at these two, the yama and niyama itself, many people go out of, many people will not approach the yoga itself. They go beyond, they go out of the yoga. They drop the yoga itself. They say that these yama and niyama I cannot achieve. I cannot achieve this yama and niyama, then only I can start my asana. So it is never possible because these are very strict principles. All the great characteristics, principles and conditionings, regulations are impossible for a common man. So that nobody will approach the yoga if you put these two principles at the beginning and say that first achieve these two, then I teach asanas. It is never possible, my dear friends. That is why, so what our Guruji, beloved Guruji, Brahmarshi Patriji has designed the same 8-step Ashtanga Yoga, the Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga is redesigned. And that means it is a rearranged, not designed, it is a rearranged such a way that the first one will be asana as per the PSSM perspective or Guruji perspective. First is asana, then pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, yama, niyama. This is the order in which we will try to discuss today, my dear friends. Okay, so hope you understood the purpose why it is rearranged by our beloved Guruji. So the first step is, friends, the first step, as I told you, if you understand these 8 steps, you can definitely understand the entire spiritual science in 8 steps only. And also, so it's always possible if someone start implementing these 8 steps, you follow 8 steps, all these 8 steps, so very diligently, that means at least first 6 steps. First 6 steps are asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. These first 6 steps, if you follow perfectly, then you become a master. You become enlightened. Anybody want to become enlightened? Anybody want to get self-realization, liberation, moksha, mukti? What you are supposed to do? Atma Sakshatkara. Bhagavad Sakshatkara. You want to achieve it, you need to follow, you need to follow definitely the first 6 steps, my dear friends. Once you achieve the first 6 steps, the last 2 steps, yama and nema, they are the byproducts. They are default. By default, you will achieve all that. Yama and nema will be a part of your own character. You become that. Your own intrinsic character becomes like that. All those will be achieved by default. But you got to practice first 6 principles. But first 6 steps will be so crucial for everybody in order to become an enlightened master. Now let's understand one step by step. Okay. The first step, my dear friends, what is the first step? That is asana. What is the asana we need to follow? In here also, many people will be confused. Asana means we think that physical asanas. Friends, of course, the asana, part of the asana also physical asanas. These physical asanas will be able to, everybody will practice like, like walking or exercises. You can use them for your physical fitness. Definitely you can use them for a physical fitness. But in these 8 steps, the asana, what I'm trying to define here is Sthira Sukha Asana. What it is? Sthira Sukha Asana. Right. So now, if you recollect, the kind of the procedure what I explained for so-called Anapanasati meditation, the first step is Sthira Sukha Asana, isn't it? Both are one and the same. Both are same. Now we got to sit in the Sthira Sukha Asana. That means cross legs and cross the fingers and straight your sit, back erected, isn't it? And finally you close the eyes. You made the entire physical body sitting in the asana. The asana is called Sthira Sukha Asana. There is no difficulty. You can sit n number of hours. You have to make your body comfortable to sit n number of hours. That's what yoga. That's what the meditation. Unless you make your physical body to sit erected, so to make your physical body stable to sit, that stability you have to achieve. Unless you achieve the stability, my dear friends, you will not be able to achieve the spiritual, so-called the deeperness of meditation. You can't enter into the deep state of meditation until your physical body stable. That's called Sthira Sukha Asana. Everybody can achieve if you follow this procedure. The whatever we teach part of Anapanasati, the first step is Sthira Sukha Asana. So that's how we need to do, right? Understood. Now what happens, friends? When you enter into the Sthira Sukha Asana, then you slowly what happens? Next step, what you do? You try to observe the natural breath, which is going in, coming in. That is a pranayama. But what kind of pranayama it is? It is not a forceful pranayama. It is no bahya pranayama or forceful pranayama. It is sukhamaya pranayama. Sukhamaya pranayama. That means there is no difficulty in, no kind of a, no, we are not going to do that. We'll be just sitting idle. Now my physical body is idle. I'm not wasting any of energy from my physical body. I kept my physical body stable. I so much energy I'll be conserving by closing my eyes, by locking all the parts of the physical body. I keep gaining energy. I keep conserving the energy, body energy. Now we enter into the second step that is called Sukhamaya Pranayama. That is the second step of Ashtanga Yoga. So the first step is asana. Second step is that is Sthira Sukha Asana. Second step is pranayama. That is Sukhamaya Pranayama. That means what? Part of the pranayama, friends. See Sukhamaya Pranayama. We just keep observing the breath or the nose tip, the breath which is going in, coming out. So at this state, what happens? So when you keep observing your breath, what happens? Your mind becomes empty. When the mind becomes empty, what happens? You receive the cosmic energy. In this state, you are called as a Dhyani, Dhyani Abhyasi, meditator. You are called as a meditator. You are called as a Dhyani in the state of pranayama. So that is where you start receiving the cosmic energy, my dear friends. Now what happened? As you keep doing this, pranayama, say every day you'll be doing hours together, 2 hours, 1 hour, right? Depends upon your comfortability and availability of time. You keep practicing. Some people may practice more number of hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, or you may be practicing 1 hour, 2 hours. Depend upon your own practice. What happened? Your mind becomes empty in a faster way or slower way. So once your mind starts getting empty, then friends, what happened? I already explained you. We receive the cosmic energy through the Brahmarandra. So-called Brahmarandra, the cosmic energy starts entering within you. When you start getting the prana shakti or cosmic energy through the Brahmarandra, then what will happen? Slowly, what happens? Your inside, all the nadi suddhi, nadi cleansing will happen. When the nadi cleansing, that is your nadi mandala or energy body, etheric body, getting cleansed. So on, getting cleansed, what happened? All your purva janma karmas, past life karmas, everything will be gone, getting cleansed. Then slowly what happened, friends? You may be right within yourself. Now I locked my all physical senses. I close my eyes, isn't it? I lock my all fingers, cross the feet, and I'm not having any outside projection. My eyes are closed, isn't it? So then what happened? So now you're not able to see any of the physical world. All the outer world is cut off from you. Now when you go into the deeperness of this breath observation, get into the emptiness, more and more emptiness. What happened now? Slowly, inside you will be seeing a different colors, different images. different scenarios, and you may be seeing some gods, goddesses. You may be meeting some, the kind of some kind of messages you'll be receiving. So all that will start. So where from it is starting? It is starting inside. Then you will enter into so-called pratyahara. My dear friends, pratyahara. Try to understand. So the pratyahara means what happened? Pratyahara. That means pratya means opposite. Opposite food. What is the opposite food? Inner food. Now the outer food is cut off. No outer information is coming to me now because I am sitting idle. I'm not seeing the outer world itself. I'm cut off. But I'm able to see something inside, not with the physical eyes. I'm able to see with my own inner senses. What are the inner senses? Slowly, what happened, friends? Your own inner senses, inner viewing, inner listening. Everything starts happening within you. That is called inner food. You are getting the food from inside. Opposite, there's opposite from the outside food, isn't it? Outside information. Now the inside information started happening. This is called pratyahara, state of pratyahara. So this pratyahara state, you are called as yogi. What you are? You are called as a yogi, friends. Now you are becoming a yogi by getting all these kind of experiences. Now, with these experiences, you still continue meditation. Still you are in the meditation deeper and deeper. Now you are going much more energy, you are receiving cosmic energy. Then what happens, friends? Then slowly you will end up in, you will end up in activating your own third eye. Your own, what is called third eye activation happens. The third eye activation happens. So the third eye activation happens. It means you'll be able to understand yourself. You'll be able to communicate with the higher world masters. You'll be able to see the different, all the different masters you can communicate. You can view them. You can view the different worlds also. So that's what happens through your own soul eye. This is called soul eye. It's called a third eye is called soul eye. There are so many eyes for us. Our physical eyes are there. Mind eye is there. Our third eye is there. What is the fourth eye? Fourth eye is wisdom eye. So anyhow, so third eye gets activated in so-called after if you continue pratyahara, friends, then you will enter into the dharana. What is called dharana? Dharana means friends, in the pratyahara you are called as a yogi because you are in the pratyahara state. Some people will be in the so-called pranayama state, they are called as a dhyani. Then they enter into the slowly by the more and more practice of meditation, they enter into so-called the pratyahara. They are called as a yogi. Then after the deep meditation you are continuing. What happens? You enter into so-called dharana. What is dharana? Dharana means I keep observing what is happening within me. What are the changes happening within me? I'll be keep observing, keep focusing on them. That means I'm seeing some master, I'm communicating, I'm seeing some images, some colors, the different images, different scenarios. I'm able to visualize within me. I'm go on focusing on them. So go on focusing on them. So then what will happen, friends? So you enter into the state is called dharana state. Continuous focus on particular thing is called dharana. In dharana state, my dear friends, you will become, that's what I said, you get activated your own third eye power. Third eye power gets activated and then you are called as Rishi. What you are called? You are called as a Rishi. In dharana state, once you are leading your life, it means it depends upon amount of practice of meditation, you may enter into the so-called dharana state. The moment you sit in the meditation, you enter into the so-called dharana state. Then you are called as Rishi. Okay. So Rishi means you are able to see, you are able to, that kind of a drishti. The drishti is there. Third eye power has got achieved only at this state. That's called dharana state. Now still you are continuing meditation. You are in dharana state, still you are continuing meditation. Then what will happen, friends? So the state which happens for you by default, so with the continuation of dharana state, your meditation, you continue even in dharana state. What happened? Slowly, you enter into the so-called state that is meditation. That is dhyana. The dhyana or meditation happens on its own. If you continue the practice of observation of the breath, pranayama, pratyahara, dhyana, then after dharana, you default enter into the state called meditation or dhyana. That is the state, the highest state, my dear friends, wherein you are called as Rajarsi. What you are called as Rajarsi. Friends, once you are in the state of the perfect state of meditation or Dhyana sthiti, Dhyana state, you are called as a Rajarsi. In the Dhyana state, what happens, friends? By the time you understood yourself, who are you? What are you? You understood about yourself. So much you understood about yourself. What did you understand? I understood that I am a soul consciousness. I got the third eye power. I could be able to see a lot of other worlds. I am able to communicate with the greater highly evolved masters. I am able to communicate with the high frequency worlds. Everything I am able to see, I am able to do it. So that means I got to understand that I am a conscious being. I am a soul consciousness. I am not this physical body anymore. I am not the physical body. I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. I am beyond all these things. I am a individual soul consciousness. That is what you understood by the time you reached so-called meditation or dhyana sthiti, isn't it? So now you understood, friends. You are a self-realized person by the time of meditation happens. That is the so-called fifth step, my dear friends. In the part of Ashtanga Yoga, fifth step we discussed now. After the dhyana, continue. If you keep continuing the meditation, what happens, friends? If you keep continuing meditation, so you also need to understand, you understood about yourself, isn't it? You also need to understand about all outside of you. You need to understand about all the things which are around you, surrounding you, what all the things are there, what all the different living beings, different planets, different, the total cosmos, whatever it is there, you need to understand about that also. So getting awareness about your surroundings, what is that? Whatever I have soul consciousness, the same soul consciousness is also exists everywhere. Whatever I am, same thing exists everywhere. Whatever is there in the others, the same thing exists in me. Both are one and the same. I and my father is one. I am the son of the I am the son of the Father. My Father God. I am the son of the Father. My father and me are one and the same. There's no difference. I and you are one. So understanding all these things, when I understand about myself that I'm a Atmic consciousness, I'm a soul consciousness, that is called Aham Brahmasmi. That is over. Aham Brahmasmi is over with the state of meditation. Now, continuous practice of the same meditation, what happens is you achieve something called Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma. It means the whatever the Atma is there in you, the same Atma, same soul is exists everywhere. It is omnipresent, it is omnipotent, it is omniscient, isn't it? So that's what the understanding you receive. You continue practice meditation after achieving the dhyana state, after you become a Rajarsi also, you continuously practice the meditation, then you achieve the state, one thing called Samadhi Sthiti. What is called Samadhi Sthiti? That is the sixth step of Ashtanga Yoga. Samadhi Sthiti. What is Samadhi Sthiti? Samadhi Sthiti means Samadhana Sthiti. What is Samadhana Sthiti? You got the answers about whatever you are still, whatever unanswered questions after reaching the Dhyana state, that is Rajarsi state, still you have a lot of questions. All the questions are not answered when you are a Rajarsi also. Now, after practicing more and more meditation, you become something called Brahmarsi. What happened? Once you achieve the Samadhi Sthiti with a much more deeper state of meditation, what happened? You achieve something called Samadhi Sthiti, Samadhana Sthiti, wherein you get all your questions answered, my dear friends. All your questions. There are no more questions pending with you. So that is called Samadhi Sthiti, Samadhana Sthiti. Don't get confused that Samadhi Sthiti means like somebody is buried in the Samadhi. No, it is not that. Samadhi Sthiti means you got answers for every question. It's called Samadhana Sthiti. Again, friends, within the Samadhi Sthiti also, there are two types. Vikalpa Samadhi, Savikalpa Samadhi. Virikalpa Samadhi, Savikalpa Samadhi. What is Virikalpa Samadhi? Savikalpa Samadhi. Savikalpa Samadhi means what? So there are still some more questions are pending. Some more questions are pending. That is Savikalpa Samadhi. Nirvikalpa Samadhi means what? There are no questions pending at all, my dear friends. So that is why even in the state of Samadhi also, we have two states. You have to continue, you got to continue practice meditation again. Then what happened? That is why, friends. So many of the yogis, you observe them in Himalayas and in different places, Avadutas, all these people, they will keep sitting and doing meditation. What they do, I don't know. Everybody wondering. All the common people will be wondering. All of us will be wondering what they do by sitting so many times, so many hours together. Yes, it is required. Unless you enter into the deepest state, the deep conscious level, you never understand about the universe. You never understand yourself, you never understand the entire cosmos, my dear friends. It is highly difficult. That's what is required. Even Mummadavaram Balayogi, he has sat for 40 continuous years. He never stood up, no eating, no drinking. It is in Andhra Pradesh. In Andhra Pradesh, Mummadivaram, Rajamandri, near Rajamandri. So this is the yogi, Mummadivaram Bala Yogi. Okay, he has sat for continuous 40 years. He never woke up. He not even drinking, not even eating, nothing. He just sat like that, and his the entire air was grown to the ground, and he became like but still life is there. After 40 long years, he woke up on one fine day. Then started drinking little, water, all these things. Then he lived so long time, so long life. But of course, everybody has to vacate this body on this earth planet. That's how, friends. Even in Himalayas, many of the yogis will be sitting for years together, 100 years, 200 years. Don't think that, by sitting nothing will happen. No, everything happens only by sitting. That is why you need to learn the art of sitting. That's called Sthira Sukha Asana. We need to achieve that. Okay, so by achieving this Sthira Sukha Asana, go on sitting. That's what the great yogis have done. Then only you understand completely about the so-called the mysteries, so-called the inner, all the inner meanings of the entire universe. You can understand only in that extent, my dear friends. So that is why, so once upon a time, one small story I'll try to tell you. So in the lower lokas, that means Suvar Loka, Bhor Loka, in those lokas, some of the masters, they want to go and meet Iswara in the Satya Loka. All they decided, they have some question, they have some things to be discussed. So they all decided one fine day, they want to go and took the permission from Iswara. So then they went. Then by the time they reached the Satya Loka, so he was sitting in the meditation and doing meditation. So he was in a deep state of meditation. Iswara also, right? Lord Iswara. So he was doing meditation. Then these people were wondering, how come he's already a Lord Iswara, and so he's got so much power, Lord Shiva. He's got so much power already. He's a creator. He's the creator of the universe. Then why he's still doing meditation? They got the doubt. After knowing that they came here, so he opened the eyes and then he started asking, why you all came here? So of course they have some things to discuss later. But before that, they asked one question. So Lord Shiva. So why do you still doing meditation? You already achieved everything. Why do you do meditation still? They asked the question. Then he said very humbly. He answered the question that, so, see, try to understand one thing. Above me, there are a lot of things to reach. Above him, there are a lot of things to reach. Much more is there, much more creation is there above him. You can understand what the creation means. It is infinite, my dear friends. Even Iswara is doing meditation. The Lord Shiva is still continuing meditation in Satyaloka. You can imagine what else is there beyond that. That means if something is there beyond him. He's also trying to understand those things, right? In his own, the kind of frequency level, what he is at. He's trying to understand much more beyond him. That's what the answer he has given to those people, those masters who came to meet him. So then they got wondered. So we thought, Satya Loka itself is a highest Loka. You are already there in the Satya Loka. You are the creator of this entire universe. We thought it is only this much. But he said, there is infinite things are there, which are above me. I have a lot of things above me. I'm trying to understand them. I'm trying to access them through my continuous practice of meditation. That's what the answer given to him, given to all of them. So, my dear friends, this is how we need to understand. So, in Samadhi Sthiti, there are two states. What are those two states? One is Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Savikalpa Samadhi. Savikalpa Samadhi, I have some more questions pending. right? When I continue doing meditation in that level also, then I reach to a state called Nirvikalpa Samadhi, where my questions are zero. Pending questions are zero. All the answers I got about myself, about surroundings, about every being on this in this universe. I got the answers. That is called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. When you enter into Nirvikalpa Samadhi, what happened now? You became an enlightened, complete enlightened, fully enlightened person. You are so-called master, master of your life. You became a master. That means, friends, as we discussed from the beginning step, the last step is Samadhi Sthiti. With this, I became a master. So when I became a master, what happened? My all the qualities might be changed. Definitely could have been transformed. That's where I can easily follow Yama Niyama. What is Yama? Yama means Satya, Satyam, Ahimsam, Brahmacharyam, Asteyam, Aparigraham. These are very much possible for me. I don't need to practice separately because I'm a master. I always follow non-violence. I never think violently about anybody. I don't speak anybody violently because I'm a master. I got Samadhi Sthiti. I entered into Samadhi Sthiti. Then how can I follow a violence method? I never speak not with a violent way. I never think violently about any other people. I don't do any violent activities. I am in a non-peaceful state. That's what the mastery state, isn't it? So then Satyam, he always speak truth. He can definitely speak truth because he is an enlightened master. How can he speak a untruth? Nothing will come out of your mouth. Once you are a master, you never speak untruth. He will be speaking only truth. Even whatever he says, that becomes a truth, isn't it? Like Sirdi Sai used to say, the rain has to come, rain will come. The rain has to stop, it will stop. So that's how, friends. Once you become a master, all the nature five elements also become friends to you. They become so closely connected to you. You can control them. That is the power with your words. That's called Satyam. Satyam, Ahimsa is over. Now, so Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is possible. These are part of name I am discussing with you. So the Brahmacharya is possible. Brahmacharya means what? I move with only Brahmin consciousness. I am Brahma. I am Brahmasmi. Mamatma Sarvabhutatma. It's already there within you. There's nothing to follow. It's achieved. Then comes to Asteyam Aparigraham. Asteyam means what? Non-stealing, non-possessiveness of others. Of course, you don't need any from other people. You don't expect anything. You're not going to steal or you're going to possess anything from outside. You don't need. You are happy with what you are, right? Then Aparigraham. Whatever you have limited resources, right? You are happy with it. You are contented. You don't need to search for any, you don't need to crave for any other things from outside world, from anybody. That is called Aparigraham. Friends, so now Yama is achieved by a master. Once you become a master, you achieve Yama. What is Niyama? Saucham, Santosham, Tapaha, Swadhyaya, Iswar Paridhana. That means Saucham. Saucham means, of course, because I am a master, but inside me is completely refined. It's completely what it is. So it is completely cleansed. So my inner why, my whatever thinking, my speaking, my deeds, everything is pure, completely purified. I'm a completely cleansed person, inside and outside. That's called Saucham. Santosham. Because I'm a master, I'll be always in the present moment. I enjoy every moment. I celebrate every moment. It means what? I'm a fully contented person. I'm a blissful person, isn't it? I'm a blissful person. I'm a blissful person. I'm leading my life with a blissful state. That is called Santosham, eternal happiness. I am leading my life with eternal happiness. That is the state I reached once I became a master, once I became a Samadhi Sthiti, once I got the Samadhi Sthiti. So it is possible. Then comes to what? Tapaha. What is meant by tapaha? Tapaha means mitigate, reduce. Yes, of course. Because I'm a master, I reduced my all the requirements, right from food, sleep, isn't it? Anything extra, nothing required for me. Everything is limited format. Everything I reduced, isn't it? Sometimes I have food, I'm okay. I don't have food, I'm okay. Have sleep, I'm okay. Without sleep, I'm okay. With everything, I'm okay. That is a state called the pure acceptance states. You reach it. You reach to, that's called tapaha. Tapaha means not tapassu means, friends. Tapaha means mitigation. Right? Hope you understood. Now, after that, swadhyaya. What is swadhyaya? Self-study. You study yourself. You already studied yourself. You became a master. You already studied yourself. You understood about yourself very completely. Absolutely you understood about yourself. And also, in the state of so-called mastery, master state, if you read any book, you can understand very fast. All the books. Before you become a master, you read the books. After you become a master, after achieving the enlightenment state, you read any book, you understand the entire book within no time. Any Bhagavad Gita, Quran, Bible, anything, whatever you read, all the Puranas, read any Vedas, Upanishad, you can understand in no time because you are a master. That's called Swadhyaya. You become an expert in Swadhyaya once you become a master, once you get into the Samadhi Sthiti. Now, finally, Isvara Pranidhana. What is Isvara Pranidhana means? It means, so I will be living in the consciousness of always Isvara consciousness. I always, move everywhere, go everywhere, live my life, throughout my life, everywhere, wherever I roam, wherever I go. I will be living with the always soul conscious state. In the soul conscious state, I will be there. In the Isvara conscious state, I will be living throughout my life because I understood within me there is a God. I myself is a God. Everything is a God. Around me, everything is a God. The completely everything is a Isvara consciousness. So with which you are leading the life, it's called Isvara Pranidhana. Right? Friends, now this is how we need to understand the entire. So now we understood, right? You understood the how you understood is this 8-step Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga is rearranged such a way that asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, after samadhi, yama, nema. Right? Hope you understood. With this, your entire spiritual science is explained to you. Please follow it and try to practice it. You also become a master. Hoping that everybody become master in this current life itself. So thank you, friends. We have we have gone through the complete spiritual wisdom today, Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga, right? So friends, so let us understand the part of holistic lifestyle. The part of holistic lifestyle, we have 10 principles. Okay. So through the PPT, I try to explain you. Please go through that. Right. Yes. So part of holistic lifestyle, friends. So there are 10 steps. There are 10 steps. So we need to understand which food we should eat, which food we should not eat. Okay. So let's understand all these, 10 most important principles for leading a holistic life. That means disease-free life. So even you are a healthy person, follow these 10 steps, which is very, very essential, my dear friends. Right. So what are these 10 steps which you need to follow? Now, the food we should eat, all the 5 type of millets, isn't it? So cut off the rice, cut off the wheat. Go with only the main course of food. The first item is foods what we should eat. That's the first step, the first formula of these 10 most important principles for leading the holistic life, healthy life. Okay. The first step is eat as a main course of food, millets, java, bajra, ragi, unpolished rice, organic rice. No question of white rice, polished rice, chemical oriented rice, and godi, that is wheat. Avoid it first. Okay. Whatever the food you eat, there should be always fiber component present in that. Okay, fiber component is very, very important in order to slow release of glucose into the blood. That is more important. Please remember this. Okay, so all the healthy people should start taking all the siridhanya, each of them 2 consecutive days before moving to the other. Thus, after 10 days, the cycle can be repeated. It means, so whatever I told in the millets and javagodi, vajra, what you do is in 10 days span of time, every 2 days, one millet can change. 1 2 days you can use bajra roti you can eat, and ragi mudde you can eat, like that, so just keep on changing these foods only. So go with these foods. What will happen? The slow release of glucose will happen into your blood. Then you will never become diabetic. You'll be always healthy, right? So that's why these kind of foods are suggested as a main course of food. And also, these main course of food can be mixed with, can be always be, eaten. So along with, what you call dals, vegetables, curries, chutney, sambar, all that you can make as side dishes. You can definitely use it. And also, so you can also prepare variety of dishes with these millets and all these things. What are those? Like white rice and godi, whatever you prepare, same thing you can prepare. You can prepare such as idli, dosha, roti, pulihora, biryani, bismillah, everything you can make out of this main course of food. So that's going to be much helpful. Now, friends, there's a pulses and lentils. What are the pulses and lentils? These pulses and lentils we eat because to get more amount of what? Protein. For the protein sake, we eat this, right? Isn't it? So then what will happen is many of the people are confused. For the protein sake, they go and eat non-vegetarian food. It is wrong. It's a non-vegetarian food is wrong food. It is actually so-called poisonous food. Okay, don't eat that. The doctors say that for a protein, better protein, go and eat the non-vegetarian food or fish or eggs and all these things. Never do that. Okay, it's a mistake, big mistake, because the animal protein cannot be digested in our stomach. Then it becomes a wastage. The more and more toxins will be produced inside the stomach. Okay, that is going to kill a lot of active cells. Then it becomes a tumor. It becomes a cancer. That's how we get a lot of cancers by eating non-vegetarian food, isn't it? So, and pulses especially, friends, with the pulses, you get enough protein, no doubt about it, right? What are the pulses? There are many pulses like tur dal is there, red gram dal, and black gram, right? Many varieties are there. Even just in the pistful groundnuts, you just soak in the water in the night, and then next day morning you eat. That one, just one fistful. In a week, 2 times you eat. That's all. You get enough protein. Whatever the protein your body requires, you get it. Okay. Otherwise, just one fistful of sprouts you eat once in a week. That's more than enough. Every day morning eating sprouts is also bad. Okay. Should not do that, because excessive protein is also bad for the health, right? So that's how so you will achieve. And friends, animal milk, stop drinking the animal milk. All this cow and buffalo milk, everything wants to stop immediately. The reason is all the small kids, female kids, are getting matured or getting puberty at the age of 8 years now. Nowadays, very pathetic situation. The reason is it is creating hormonal imbalance. Because of what? By drinking milk. You give the milk, to the female children, male children, thinking that they will be stronger, their bones will be stronger, they get more calcium. No, it is wrong concept. So what will happen is, friends, first of all, remember the calcium what we achieve through the milk is very, very less, right? You don't need to do that. But there is a disadvantage of giving milk. What is that exactly? So first of all, milk can be A1 or A2 milk, anything, isn't it? So when you give that milk is a animal protein, which cannot be digested. There are no enzymes produced in your physical body to digest this kind of a milk, any animal milk. Just imagine in this entire Earth planet, any other animal is going to drink the milk of any other animal? No way. Only human being is drinking the other animal's milk. That is bad. You should not do that. Any milk, whatever A1 milk, A2 milk, don't drink it. A2 milk is good. Make a curd out of it. Make a like buttermilk out of it. Make the ghee out of it, and you use it. That's better. Not directly drinking A2 milk also. A2 milk means our desi cow's milk. A1 milk means is again so one type of milk which is generated from all the so-called English cows. Okay. Now, friends, whatever it may be, so one thing I would like to say is stop the cow and buffalo milk, everything, all the week. Okay. Don't do that. Don't give it to children. Already children is getting spoiled. Completely their hormonal imbalance happened. Now at the age of 8 to 10 years, they are getting matured and they are suffering a lot. Okay. For such a small kids. So right. So then what is the alternative for that? Sesame seeds. Make one sesame laddu. One laddu, give it to children 1 week once. Means weekly once you give one laddu. That is more than enough. It will provide the enough amount of so-called, what is that? The required amount of calcium will come to the physical body. Similarly, elders can eat 2 laddus per week. That's all is required for the calcium sake. Now, cooking oils, friends. In the olden days, whatever we use the cooking oils, that is good. We have to go with that cold pressed oils or Ghana oils. Don't go with the any packet oil available in the supermarkets, which are all actually refined oils. Refined oil has got completely mix of the so-called paraffin oil or a petroleum oil. Petroleum output, whatever comes waste oil, that's called paraffin oil. 75% of that oil, 25% of virgin oil. They mix it and packet it and send it to you. and it will be sold in the market, open market. So that is not at all going to help you, and it's going to damage your health. That's where, so with these oils, what happened? Many people are started using, either rich people or poor people. So what happens is slowly, inside you entirely, because of this, the more of chemical oils what you are using inside you, the lot of the live cells are getting dead. It means the more of amount of cells are going to die. So because of that, cancers are forming. Nowadays, you see in every house, other house, alternate houses, you are getting cancers more and more. Everybody becoming cancer patients now, like a diabetic patients. Every house now, the estimates are also going to be very severe in the future, I think. So a lot of every house will get a one cancer patient, isn't it? That's why their their estimates are telling outside. Very, so pathological situation is going to be faced by us. Okay, that is why what you need to do immediately, you have to stop all the so-called the packet oils. Go with the only safflower oil, mustard oil, sesame oil, coconut oil, groundnut oil of Ghana based. It means even you go to the farmer and bring it directly. Otherwise, you go to the machines which are installed in the city. They are producing cold pressed oils in front of you only. They just make a oil and give it to you. They don't mix anything, right? Any adulteration will not happen. Such kind of oil you used to use. For the children, growing children, they especially cooking oil is the natural oils is very important, very helpful for their brain to grow properly. Okay, so in the brain, what happened? They will be developing a lot of cells. The brain, so-called all the neurons will be strengthened by giving a natural oil to the children. So otherwise, what happened? Many of the children nowadays, they are suffering from epilepsy and so-called autism. Many of the things, nerves weakness, all they are suffering because you are giving the so-called the adulterated oils, the so-called chemical oils you are giving. Don't do that. Go immediately and replace today itself. Right now, for sweetness, what you need to use? Don't use the sugar at all for sweetness. Sugar and bella, that is even sugarcane jaggery also not good. If it has any chemicals, no, don't use it. Go for the palm jaggery, date jaggery. That is more important. Salt. What is the salt you need to use? Saindava lavana or sea salt. Sea salt is the best salt. Rock salt, sea salt, Saindava lavana is good. Don't use table salt or a powder salt which are made by Tata and all these different companies, different brands. Don't do that. Okay. So especially pickles and chutneys. Yes, of course, our traditional pickles and chutneys are very good. They are actually carcinogenic and they prevent cancers also, in fact. But all the ingredients of these pickles and everything must be so-called, they are grown with the natural farming. Your oil must be pure. Your all ingredients, whatever chili powder, everything, whatever you use, they must be definitely grown with the so-called chemical-free methods. Then only your pickle or chutney is going to help you a lot. Now, second point. Now we finish the first point. Second point is foods what we should eat, what we should not eat, drink, and use. Friends, here the list what I'm going to show you. So eating and drinking. Using following items, products should be immediately stopped. So that's the list which is given as a format of table. You can go through here. You should not eat these things. You should not drink these things. You should not use in your kitchen or everywhere. These kind of things. All these things must be avoided. All the bakery products, dry products, the fish and egg and meat and all this must be avoided, isn't it? So likewise, any milk, cow milk, buffalo milk, goat milk, coffee, tea, everything has to be avoided, isn't it? So like this, just go through this table in the free time, you'll understand more. Now, third point, timely eating. Friends, timely eating is very helpful. Children, especially children can eat whenever they are hungry, but all the adults must eat morning one time meal is 9 o'clock. Whatever with the siridhanya, with the good amount of vegetables, just eat one time in the morning 9 o'clock. Then till 6 o'clock in the evening, you don't get hungry at all. If you eat with siridhanya in the morning, isn't it? So the 6 o'clock again, you can eat some kind of a bajra roti and again some kind of a so-called the curry, any curry you make it and eat, then it will be sufficient. So at the time of 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, and in between, if you get hungry, what you need to do? You can eat banana, cucumber, guava, or drink buttermilk, especially buttermilk also you can drink. So like that, don't eat in the midnights and unnecessary odd times. Don't eat. Right? Timely eating is always greatly helpful, my dear friends. So this is what we need to do. Right? Timely eating. Water. What is the water we are drinking? Of course, I am trying to discuss with you ancient method. Otherwise, outside whatever the water is available as a mineral water, canned water, what you are getting is not at all a mineral water. Their TDS value is somewhere around 40 to 50. But our TDS, actual TDS required in the drinking water must be 100 to 150. That we are not going to get at all. Outside, even if you go through ultraviolet filter or RO filter or whatever it may be, everywhere TDS is very less. Okay, so that's why we are not getting proper water. At the same time, borewell, you get lot of TDS, highest TDS, which is unnecessary, which is beyond the certain limits, right? Which is also not good. So that is why, so no water is pure for the drinking sake right now in the current society, isn't it? But the water comes from the river is good. So that will have proper amount of TDS. Of course, there are other disadvantages also, like they are doing the chlorination. They are adding the chlorine into the water and sending it to house. That becomes again adulterated. All these problems are there. But one of the best method I'm trying to give you in order to sort out any of the problems like that. So you just store your water in the night time in the copper vessel. Is a 10, 20 liter, 10-liter vessel you take, just copper vessel directly, pour the water, whatever your can water, otherwise your bore water, otherwise your the so-called the Kaveri water, just pour into that. Keep it overnight. Next day morning it is ready. What is ready? The oxygen, the crystal water is ready. Structured water is ready. Because the copper has got a greatest characteristic that it is going to kill bacteria, virus, all the particles will be attracted, right? It also produces a lot of free electrons into the water. So that's how the energy of the water will be increased, isn't it? That's how the friends. What happens is it supplies the so-called energy water. So especially this copper vessel. So if you don't have a copper vessel, take the steel vessel of 10 to 20 liter, put a small copper plate about 2.5 inch, that is 3 inch by 12 inch, one copper plate. Then you have to immerse it in the night time. Then next day morning, water is ready. Take out that copper plate. So then you have to rub, neatly. You have to clean. Of course, this copper plate or copper vessel, both have to be cleansed every day. Every once in a day, you must clean it. You must clean it before using next. The reason is all these so-called virus, bacteria, all the unnecessary particles are unnecessary. The odor, color, chemicals, all attracted towards the copper plate. It has got that capability, isn't it? So then that all that impurities must be cleaned every day, and then again use the same copper plate or same copper vessel. So day in, day after. Okay, that's how we need to use it. So, but our all rishis and munis now also they use only copper kamandalam to drink the water. You know that very much, right? So that is the secret. So that's a secret given by our ancient rishis. That is why this ancient method is much helpful. Please use this, right? Now, kashayas, herbal precautions. Friends, avoid the coffee tea. In the place of coffee tea, go with the kashaya. What is the kashaya? Let's say tulsi. Tulsi is helpful for many diseases, isn't it? It's the best prevention also. For all the viral diseases, is the best prevention, isn't it? So that's why what you need to do, take 10 to 20 leaves of this tulsi. Properly clean it with the water. Then you take one small vessel, 2 glass of water, you pour it, then start boiling it. At when it's boiling, then put these 20 leaves into that water. Then it boils further for other 5 minutes. You let it boil, right? After complete boiling of 5 minutes, then close the stove and take it outside, and then make it cool down, isn't it? Then filter it so that only you get the so-called decoction. So that decoction you can add some thati bella or whatever you can drink. So that is called kashaya. This kashaya, just go on use this neem kashaya or by the so-called the any kashaya, tulsi kashaya, right? Menti kashaya. So there are many kashayas you can make out of leaves available, all the medicinal plants available around your house, within your own vicinity of the place. Okay, please do this. So these kashayas are, every kashaya will work for one disease also. They will prevent the disease, they cure the disease. That's the power of the kashaya. Do that. And utensils for cooking. Don't use any kind of a non-stick plate, non-stick pot, non-stick plates and all these things. Go with the pure so-called earthen pots and iron tawas, steel utensils. Use them. Okay. So all non-stick must be completely avoided. Use a plastic. Don't use plastic for storing your pickles, storing your water, storing your milk, and storing your all the food items, whatever it may be. Don't use that. Okay, what happens is if you start using it, what happens? The plastic will slowly melt in and slowly melt, and nanoparticles of plastic will enter into the food. Then when you eat that food, nanoparticles of steel, the plastic also will be eating. Then it goes inside. It doesn't melt. It doesn't digest. Go on stick to the small intestines walls. Then slowly what happens? It introduces the so-called deficiency in your in your physical body. That that causes the air loss. Many people air will not be there. The bald head will be there, isn't it? The bald head. So why the bald head is coming at the lower age? Because of the so-called this particular problem. They are using more and more plastic, even for drinking water, drinking tea, coffee, or whatever it may be. They are using more and more even plastic items and plastic vessels also must not be used more. Okay, please avoid this. And also, there is one more environmental concern. This plastic, especially if you throw outside, it doesn't decompose. Not even 200 years, 300 years, it doesn't decompose. It doesn't get merged with the Panchabhutas. So then it's going to be a great pollutant of the soil. Please be aware of that. Now, eighth point is walking is must. Friends, out of 10 points, now we are going through the eighth point. Walking is must. Yes, of course. Walking is the best exercise. How fast you walk is not important. How long you walk, that is more important. Every day, everybody must walk minimum, right? Minimum 45 minutes to 75 minutes. You must walk 75. Why 75 minutes? Because 15 minutes you walk, then you digest or you melt or you try to consume 1 gram of glucose in the physical in your blood. How many grams of glucose will be there? A normal average person, healthy person, 5 to 6 grams will be there in 5 to 6 liters of blood. Okay, in order to consume that, the 5 to 6 grams, every gram needs 15 minutes to walk. That's why essential to minimum walking 75 minutes per day. Then once you consume that glucose, then fresh glucose you can take. That means freshly again you can take food. You will get appetite, hunger. Otherwise, if the glucose is always existing in the blood, then you are not consuming at all. How can you get the hunger? You don't get the hunger. Even in spite of not getting hunger, you are go on eating again. Then again go on, like accumulating so much sugar, so much glucose into the blood. Then what happens? You become a diabetic. You become a IBP person. The diabetic, high BP, all other, heart related issues, heart attacks, everything happen because of what? Excessive glucose present in the blood. That's what you need to remember, friends. That is why walking is very, very essential. Walking is the best exercise. Other than walking, what you can do? You can also do the swimming, right? Cycling, all this you do it. That's also very good, right? Isn't it? And especially friends, nowadays what happened? Many of the people don't consider the walking itself as an exercise, but walking is the best exercise than any other thing. Okay, so asanas, whatever the physical asanas are there, Surya Namaskar are there, physical exercises are there. Better than all that, this walking is so much better, right? It try to activate all the organs of the physical body, right? And you also generate a lot of sweat through the walking, the brisk walking or the long walking gives out all the toxins will go in the form of sweat out of you, right? Isn't it? So all the toxins must go in 3 forms. Number one, so the stools. Number two, so the so-called urine. Number three, through the sweat. These are the three excretion ways for all the toxins to be cleaned from the physical body. Always remember, right? Now, so if you do this kind of way, friends, many of the youngsters, the modern days, what happened? They are very passionate about the gym. Gym is a unnatural ways of doing the exercises. Don't do the treadmill. Just standing on treadmill and walking, running. Don't do that. It's going to damage your organs. Okay, so it's unnatural. Go into the public walking, in the garden walking, park walking, isn't it? And have some good friends out, good friends for walking. So that's going to be a great companion. It's going to give the pleasant life and happy life. Okay, please do that. Don't restrict to the AC rooms and calling it as a gym, and you are restricting yourself and spoiling your health also. Now, the ninth point, sleep is mandatory. Friends, without sleep, what happens? You don't gain energy at all. You will not be recharged. Once you sleep properly in the night, the sound sleep happens only 1 hour in the midnight. That sleep is must. That is why don't sleep out your midnight sleep at all. That is very, very essential, my dear friends. So the sleep is the gift given by nature. Never ever miss that. When you sleep, what happens during the sleeping time? So your brain produces some kind of a chemicals, so-called melatonin. So once it generates a melatonin, that means the complete all the lights are switched off and they are in the deep sleep. What happens? Melatonin comes out. When the melatonin comes out, what happens? Your entire physical body enters into so-called repair mode, cleansing mode. So then your excretion power process is getting ready by next day morning. This is what you need to remember carefully, isn't it? So otherwise, what happens, friends? Many people, what they do, they go on, they go on eat in the night, they go on sleep, not sleeping in the night, be awake throughout the night. Then what happens? Definitely, you are going to spoil your health. If you are doing meditation, of course, it's okay. If you don't do meditation, still you keep awakeful throughout the night and doing some software job, whatever it may be, it is going to spoil at any point of time. You are going to enter into the so-called the serious insomnia, disorder of sleep, everything happens, my dear friends. Don't do that. And as long as you are taking any medicines or the sleep pills or anything you are taking for the insomnia problems and all, what happens, friends? You are going to enter into much more problems. They are going to give you some kind of the steroids, all these things they give, right? They are very, very damaging to the health. Don't take any tablets for the sleeplessness. Okay, go into the proper walking, pranayama, meditation, yoga, start practicing, isn't it? And have some proper walking, isn't it? Good meditation practice and good food habits. Get into that. So likewise, what happened? You can come out of the and use mudra therapy, do all that, then come out of your sleeplessness. So sleep is mandatory, very, very important, friends. So in the sleep only, you will receive a lot of cosmic energy in the sleep. That's why that is the energy required to recharge yourself, isn't it? So then only you'll be ready for next day morning to go for work. Right. Sleep is so much mandate now. Now meditation, dhyana. So every one of us know what is dhyana, why it's required, why meditation is to be required. Everybody must practice 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour per day in order to get the peace of mind, great efficiency. So come out of the depression, come out of the anxiety, anger, frustration, whatever it may be. All these negative qualities, you have to come out of them. Then only meditation is the way. In order to achieve the so-called Atma Sakshatkara, it means self-realization. The meditation is only the way, which we discussed so far now. Okay, so that is why, friends, all this current life, what happened, the current state of life, current lifestyle has introduced a lot of stress inside us. So to come out of this stress also, one has to go through meditation mandatorily. Otherwise, you cannot come out of the stress at all. So that's why meditation is day in, day out is very important for us to cleanse ourselves. It's called mental bathing. We do physical bathing, right? Same way, mental bathing is must for our mind, especially that is called meditation, right? Friends, you need to follow this. Right. So this is the so-called holistic lifestyle for a healthy person also to become always to keep remain as a healthy person, not to not to get any kind of a diseases. Follow these 10 steps. Now, friends, let's understand more about and also we try to understand today natural diet to remove any element. Already you are suffering. I have a great ailments within you and suffering with the chronic diseases, right, friends? Any chronic diseases you can come out easily with this method that's called natural diet. What is the natural diet? So friends, so try to understand the best natural diet. So whatever we give here, there are 6 steps, 7 steps are there. Please follow this. Anybody who is already suffering, just follow this natural diet for 50 days. Just for 50 days. You will come out of your disease without medicine also. Such a powerful diet this is, which a very simple diet. So we are going to give you, I'm going to explain you now. So please follow this. The first method, best and most important part of is detoxing of the body. That is through enema, abdominal pack, Vamana Dhauti and Jalaneti. These are the practices you can follow and you remove all your body toxins. Where are the more toxicated part in your physical body? That is your colon. So colon, that means your excretion process, especially the colon is there, right? The colon is the most toxicated part inside of physical body, my dear friends. You have to clean that all the time. So that's why here we have given one method is use 7 to 21 days enema. You get enema kit outside through Amazon you can purchase. They give the clear instruction sheet. Then just you need to use a lukewarm water. You don't need to use any chemical fluids. Just lukewarm water, follow the procedure. Then what happens? Obviously, this enema process is going to remove all the toxicants within your colon. right? Within your colon, it will be removed completely. Then you become so fresh. Your stomach becomes completely cleansed. Your all large intestines completely cleansed. Then what will happen? All the negative bacteria will go. No gases will be there. No acidity will come. No constipation will come. Everything will be so good, so that hundreds of diseases will avoid because of following this so-called enema, friends. Okay, virechana, enema, all this. Okay. Now, second, simple yoga, any exercise, pranayama, meditation is must for any person who is suffering with a ill health. Okay, any ill health it may be. And third one, air fasting in the morning, not even water. If you can do that, please do this. How it is? One day before, when you are sleeping at 10 o'clock, you have finished your dinner before the day at 7 o'clock, isn't it? Then 2 hours gap, you can have one hot water, lukewarm hot water, one glass, and then go for the sleep previous day. Next day morning, when you wake up at 5 o'clock, whatever, you want to drink water, yes, you can drink 2, 3 glasses up to 1 liter of lukewarm water, then all the cleansing will happen properly, isn't it? So, but what will happen is, if your diet is having a lot of fiber component earlier day, even not even you don't need to drink the water, your cleansing of stools will happen naturally, isn't it? So, but if you don't have more amount of fiber component in your earlier day food, you got to use more amount of water to flush out all the stools, isn't it? That's how you need to decide. It depends upon your food, isn't it? So, friends, all with this, what happens is, sometimes if your cleansing is happening without any much water help, then you can go for a air fasting up to 10 o'clock next day. Next day, up to 10 or 11 o'clock, you can just go with the air fasting. And otherwise, with the water also, you can go up to 10 o'clock fasting. At 10 or 11, you can go with a green juice. Make a green juice. What is the green juice? There's a method for it. Making a green juice with the help of curry leaf, with the help of so-called spinaches, any kind of a green leaves. You can use and make coriander juice. Make that and then drink one full glass of green juice. Then what happens? It provides enough energy, enough and sufficient energy till the noon, till the so-called noon. That is 1 o'clock, 1:30. It provides a good amount of energy, isn't it? So, friends, this fasting is why. Why this fasting, first of all? So, especially now, this fasting, what I call it, is intermittent fasting. Right from before day 7 o'clock, you stop the eating. Now, next day up to 10 o'clock, that is about 12 to 13 hours fasting you are doing. Isn't it? That's called intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is going to burn all your fats, unnecessary fats in the physical body, right? Whenever you are fasting, in the fasting mode, intermittent fasting mode also, your body itself is going to melt all your fats into so-called glucose or energy. Then it reuses all your, that means it spend all the unnecessary calories of your fat will be spent and consumed by your own physical body for various activities, because you're not giving the food. So that is why your, especially the intermittent fasting, is going to cleanse all your fats, unnecessary fats in the physical body. So then what will happen? Your obesity will be reduced, your so-called glucose, the so-called the diabetes condition will go, your high blood pressure will go, everything will go, my dear friends. So that's how intermittent fasting makes wonders. It produces results wonders. Now, lunch. What is lunch to be used for the any ailing person? That is the person with the ailment. What is the lunch? Lunch is just a simple lunch. Salads garnished with the nuts and seeds, green chutney, eat coconut. So especially coconut you eat for fats and calcium, and sprouted moong dal thrice in a week. Okay, thrice in a week. So high protein, for the high protein, right? Compulsory for fullness. This is a kind of lunch. Here also you have no any main course of grains, rice, nothing like that. Okay, and there are no curries, nothing here. A simple lunch like this. Then going for the evening snacks around 4 p.m. 4 to 5 p.m. Seasonal fruits, sprouts bale, soaked dry fruits, or any balanced snacks like a vegetable upma is also fine. In addition that one can use juices, coconut water, or dry fruits, so smoothies between 4 to 5 p.m. This is so for the all the ailing people, okay, ailment people especially. That is the fifth step. Sixth step is dinner around 7 to 8 p.m. Dinner is of your choice, but be aware of with some recommendations are there for you. Eat more low oil vegetables, sabji what you make, right? Grains like millet, java, bajra, ragi. Make a roti or you can use it. Do not eat wheat, sugar, refined oil, refined flour. Avoid milk and milk products. Use sea salt and saindava lavana only. So these are the some of the guidelines for dinner. So at around 7, meditation around 9 o'clock, then go after the dinner, meditation you start at 9 o'clock, then enter into the sleep. This is the kind of a natural diet style, natural lifestyle one has to follow in order to come out of any disease, you name it, any disease. Along with your medicine, if you are taking any medicine, along with that, try to follow this. But especially the BP patients need to track their values. Okay, let the BP is in control. So please track it and then go for this kind of method of diet for 50 days. This is called natural diet, my dear friends. Okay, please do this, then you will come out of all the ailments. Friends, at last, these are the great benefits of this lifestyle. What are the lifestyle I taught you so far? So so many great benefits are there. Please go through. All the great benefits will be there because of this holistic lifestyle. Now, at last, what happened is we try to discuss about part of home remedies today. We try to discuss about emergency points in acupressure. What are the emergency points? So try to understand. There are 4 emergency situations happens in everybody's life. Yesterday, I taught you the one mudra which is guaranteeing your heart for 100 years. That is Apana Vayu Mudra, Mrata Sanjeevani Mudra, which I taught you. You have to learn. You all learned it. You have to go and teach other people outside, right? Without expecting anything. Please do that. Okay. So that's a Mahavatar Foundation request. And also, secondly, today I'm giving you another emergency points. If anybody is suffering or you or other people, anybody is suffering from this kind of emergency situation, please use these methods. So I'm going to teach you, which is called emergency points in acupressure, especially for heart attack, epilepsy, stroke, and asthma. So what are those points, especially friends? So let's see these points, very helpful points. Okay. So these friends. So the first whatever the heart attack. The people who will be suffering with heart attack, who gets the heart attack, especially because of what? See, why the heart attack comes. So whatever the arteries which are carrying the blood, isn't it? The blood carrying through the arteries are closed because of high amount of glucose exists. That is lot of fat, lot of fats are already fats are coated within the blood vessels, within the arteries of the so-called heart. So that's why the amount of blood passage, the amount of oxygen passage to the heart would be reduced. So the amount of oxygen, fresh oxygen, which is going through the blood, it is going into the heart. So when that is reduced, the supply of oxygen is reduced, what happens? The heart muscles will get failed and heart cells will die. Then it leads to heart failure or so-called heart attack. So that's how it happens, my dear friends. Now, so in order to avoid that, especially, of course, mudras are there, and you have to eat the good holistic lifestyle, holistic food, everything to follow. This situation will never come. Okay, that's what we do in enema, and we do fasting. By fasting also, fasting itself, you'll be cleansing a lot of fat from all the arteries, all the so-called veins of your particular veins through which the blood is flowing. You'll be able to clean all the unnecessary fats through the fasting. That is why fasting is a langanam parama aushadam, my dear friends. Now, so this heart, anybody who is suffering, suddenly, the heart attack start, that is chest pain start, palpitation start, sweating is going on, a lot of uncomfortable in the chest, right? So all this, shivering is starting. So a lot of vomiting, nausea, so many methods, headache, a lot of things are coming. So then what will happen is, if you are confused, then what will happen? So you must try to use one point I'm going to teach. That point is available only in the left hand. Okay, left hand backside you see on the left hand, this particularly the little finger, and the little finger, this nail is there, nail adjacent, one point is here, nail adjacent, one point. Okay, this point only on the left hand, this is called heart attack point. If you keep pressing this, by the time the person is taken to the hospital, he will be survived, and the further failure of the heart will be stopped. And this actually, by pressing here 30-40 times, you are as good as you are massaging the muscles of the heart, especially the heart massage you are doing indirectly by pressing here. You are supplying, pumping the energy to the heart, so that the heart will be prevented from the failure of further heart attack. Everything will be stopped, right? So this is called heart attack point, my dear friends. Be careful and use this point. This is heart attack point. Okay, hope you understood this heart attack point. So this is the first one emergency point. Second emergency point, epilepsy. If anybody is suffering from the epilepsy, friends, this is a point. Here one point is there on the chin. Go and press it like this. This is 40-50 times. You can go and press So which will take away person from unconscious state to conscious state by pressing here. This is called epilepsy state. This is one of the emergency point. What are the other emergency point? Brain stroke. Why the brain stroke happen, friends? Again, so brain needs the proper the flow of blood and oxygen to the brain. When that pumping of the heart is not good, the pumping, especially the brain stroke, is not a problem of brain. It's a problem of the heart. The heart is not supplying proper amount of oxygen. The proper amount of blood is not coming to the brain because of the blood veins are blocked with the help of so-called cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, bad fat, all the fatty material which is coated inside the veins. Then what happens? Obviously, your veins are not carrying the proper amount of blood, proper amount of oxygen to the brain. The brain gets the clots. The brain gets the clots inside the brain. Clots will form. So once the clots are formed, what happens? So that leads to something called brain failure or brain stroke happens. When the brain stroke happens, what happens? The left side is completely, the left side is not working, right side is not working. So all this will come. So many side effects will come, my dear friends. This is called paralysis, brain stroke. All this will come, isn't it? So anybody who is having a brain stroke, so in order to identify them, whether they are got really stroke or not, just need to question three things. Okay, one is speech, tongue, and the rising of the hands. So you have to ask them. You have to say some words. Ask them to speak. They can't speak. That is called yes. Yes is speech. So through speech you can find out whether they are got the brain stroke or not. Second, tongue. Ask them to put the tongue like this outside, like stretching the tongue outside. They can't do that. That also it means that they got the stroke, brain stroke. Third point of recognizing the brain stroke is the other one is actually, so after the tongue, then comes to the so-called rising hands. Ask them to raise the hands, right? Raise the hands and all. They can't do it because the signal is cut off from the brain. So that's how this brain stroke is understood, my dear friends. Now, so in order to avoid this brain stroke happening further, and also in order to take care of the time of brain stroke, what you are supposed to do. So we have certain points here. See here. This is the first, the on the both the hands. Okay, this one point is here. One point is here. So this point especially in the left hand. Left hand is a spleen point. The right hand the same point. Right hand also the same points here. Same point. This point is actually gallbladder. This is a spleen point. This also you can go on press at least for 30-40 times. This is one of the point on the left hand side, on the right hand side, both. But on the left hand side, spleen point. On the right hand side, this point is actually gallbladder. Both it will be pressed for 30-40 times. And also all the fingertips here, right? All the fingertips also must be pressed each for 30-40 times. These points are also related to the brain. Okay. So here, especially the thumb. See here. Here, this is a brain. This is completely brain. Okay. All the brain points are connected here on the thumb finger. In thumb finger, you have pituitary gland, pineal gland, all the brain nerves, everything is here. Okay. So go on press here. 30-40 times. It's also very essential. It's going to help in both the hands. Okay. Now I'm showing on only one hand. So this is one thing, right? So with these friends, so what will happen is, so all these points, what I explained now are the related to the brain stroke. Okay. So try to understand these points are very essential for the brain stroke to avoid to come out of it. So you hope you understood this one point, all the fingertips and especially thumb. On the thumb also, these points continuously there are points here. Go on, press this thumb. So this thumb itself indicates the head portion and neck portion. Okay. So try to understand. So then follow this. And other than that, the final point is asthma. For asthma to reduce, why asthma comes? Especially the so-called the pipes, the wind pipes taking the oxygen to the so-called your respiratory organs. It is not carrying the proper amount of oxygen to the lungs. Then what will happen? The lungs, inside the lungs, lot of plum will be accumulated. Then you start getting the asthma. You will not be able to walk for a long time and you'll be able to get tired faster. All this will happen. So that's why the asthma, in order to reduce the asthma, friends, here there is one point called the both the hands. There is one point here. This is called lymph gland. Here the lymph gland. That is, so here from two fingers you put it like this, then put one point here. This point is called lymph gland. Okay. So you can see the picture in the part of the presentation I'll send you. But this point you need to press 30 to 40 times. Okay. This is called lymph gland. This is asthma point to relieve the asthma. If at all asthma is increased, we can relieve easily by pressing this. Pressing is always like 5 seconds press, release. 5 seconds press, release. That's the method of pressing. Okay. Slow pressing. Slow and gradual pressure you need to apply. So this is called asthma point, my dear friends. These are the emergency points which we can use in a day-to-day life, my dear friends. So with this concept, with the home remedies concept, friends, we are finishing the whole session. So thank you so much. So dhanyavad to all of you. Thank you so much for participating. Patiently listening till this time. Thank you. Dhanyavad. So you have any small questions you can ask, then we'll be ending the session. Already I have taken 40 minutes extra today. Anybody want to talk? You can just unmute and speak. Okay. Any questions from the spiritual concept, holistic lifestyle, home remedies, and also your own experience. If you got any experience in the meditation today or yesterday, and also you have to practice this Antarmukha Pranayama and meditation. More time you have to spend in the daytime. Okay. Please do that. Before coming to the class, spend more time on the meditation, Anapanasati meditation and Antarmukha Pranayama. Please do that so that you get fast experiences. The faster spiritual journey will happen. The growth of spirituality will happen faster. Yes, friends. Any questions? Any more questions? Anything you want to clarify? You want to share experience? Please do that. Last 2 minutes, just 2 minutes we'll spend and then close the session. Otherwise, you can speak up. Okay. How is the session? Whether you understood? How do you feel about today's session? Some of you can speak, right? 1 or 2 people. Then we'll close the session.
It was a very wonderful session. Really, today, lot of information was shared by you. Wisdom talk was superb, and really got benefited with something.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really, after a long time, I'm hearing you. I'm very happy.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So this sleeping, you said no, it is actually for us. I think I'm not really getting, because I'm a meditator, long meditator. Up midnight, I do, and so I sleep hardly 3 hours. Or
No, for you, I mean, for a meditator, it's exception. Exception is there. So
okay.
1 hour deep meditation, you do 6 hours sleep, it is taken care. Okay.
Yes.
But for other people who do always negative thinking, they need more energy to be filled back. They waste a lot of energy. They don't know how to fill it back.
Yes.
Then what happened? Because of continuous draining of energy, they get into the weakness and they get into the so-called diseases.
Exactly.
That is why the sleep is mandatory for them to refill the energy. Okay.
Yes. So
Right.
nothing to worry about us, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good night. Very nice.
Right, friends. Anybody want to talk? Any participant, any master, you want to speak? You want to express what did you understand today? How is the session for you? So when opportunity is given, always speak few words. Okay. One or two words you must speak. Then only you'll be able to utilize the opportunity. Always. Okay. We are the human beings. We must be in a communication always. We must be able to communicate properly to any other person. That's very important. Okay. So who would like to speak about the today's session? Just one more participant. One more participant, please speak. Okay. Then we'll close. Are you going through or are everybody sleeping? I got doubt now. I'm getting a doubt whether everybody is sleeping or what.
Exactly. It is already 11:40.
No, even then, I mean, when I'm calling, nobody is coming forward.
Who is giving any response?
Whether they have gone to the complete asleep condition or what.
All- Okay, sir.
Yes.
These emergency acupressure points are really wonderful. You know, even in my family, 2, 3 people are suffering with epilepsy and heart attack. I
Yes.
think I can teach them. I can tell them also to do that.
Yes.
Yes,
Definitely can useful. It is very useful.
very
That's why
useful.
I'm giving in the starting of 21 days, I'm giving now itself so that, people can start using it.
Exactly, right.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, I could have kept this concept in the end of the session, but
Mm,
I feel like this sharing at this point of time.
that's right.
Okay. Right. So, okay, friends, we'll be closing the session today. For that today. Thank you so much for joining this session, giving this opportunity for Mahavatar Foundation. So, Dhanyavad, Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. Signing off.
Namaste. Good night.